Welcome to New Sky TV, Explosive. The reunion at the top was so moving. Guo Yuxin and Liu Xiaoxu accepted their awards together, a testament to their genuine mutual achievement. In December 2025, as the spotlight fell, Liu Xiaoxu and Guo Yuxin stood side by side on the stage of the China TV Drama Awards, holding the annual Microdrama Quality Actor Award. This scene brought tears to the eyes of countless viewers. There were no exaggerated sentimental lines, no deliberately staged hugs, only that 1 second of pause when their eyes met, as if all the trials, pressures, and desperate gambles of the past few years were condensed into a single glance. From the meteoric rise of Summer of Fender to reaching the pinnacle of the industry, this duo is hailed as the ceiling of short dramas, not because of their popularity, but because of their genuine mutual achievement. Guo Yuxin's explosive power supported Liu Xiaoxu's nuanced layers. Liu Xiaoxu's stability and depth gave Guo Yuxin's emotions a sense of grounding. They didn't drain each other, but rather supported each other. But while audiences were moved to tears by this summit reunion, the short drama industry off-screen was undergoing a far more brutal polarization. Just as the two actors were being hailed as masters of their craft, a different scene unfolded on set in Hangdian. Assistant directors were constantly bombarding their group chats with messages like, "Urgently need a chairman father," and "Where are the actors who can act?" Some even joked, "Finding an actor father is harder than securing investment." This statement had become a dark joke in the short drama world of 2025. The data speaks for itself. In the first half of 2025 alone, Zhejiang Province registered a staggering 251 key online microdramas, ranking first in the country in terms of the number of licenses issued. With numerous projects, fast pace, and short cycles, all demands were amplified, especially for established, middle-aged actors with solid acting skills, who became a truly scarce resource. This market frenzy directly drove up prices. Data from the Hangdian World Studios Actors Guild shows that ordinary extras earn about 200 yuan per day, while featured actors who can handle roles such as domineering fathers, chairmen, and martial arts masters earn 400-800 yuan per day. Production crews with ample budgets are even willing to offer 3,500 yuan per day, just to ensure a good performance. Even so, they still can't find enough actors. A 48-year-old actor frankly stated that his schedule is booked until the end of August, shuttling between different production crews every day. In the morning, he's a wealthy family patriarch. In the afternoon, he transforms into a reclusive master, working non-stop, his workload rivaling that of top celebrities. Meanwhile, a large number of ordinary people with acting dreams are swept up in the short drama crash course training wave. Tens of thousands of yuan in tuition fees, promises of appearing on screen in 3 days and debuting in 7, spread wildly, driven by information asymmetry and anxiety. The reality is that most people are quickly overwhelmed by homogenized faces before they even get a chance. This is why the success of Liu Xiaoxu and Guo Yuxin seems particularly striking and precious. They weren't products churned out of an assembly line, they were rebels who, through high-density filming and brutal elimination, gradually earned their place with their acting skills. While the industry is swept up by algorithms and speed, they proved with their work that short dramas also need time, refinement, and talent. The applause on the awards stage was both a blessing and a wake-up call. A truly mature era for short dramas shouldn't just create hits, but also preserve the actors. The meeting at the top between Liu Xiaoxu and Guo Yuxin perhaps serves as a reminder to the entire industry. Traffic will fade, only talent will stand the test of time. Many trainees only discovered after completing the training that the so-called guaranteed entry into the crew often just meant being placed on the waiting list for extras or featured actors. Waiting for roles, spending time on set, and running around for gigs became their daily routine. A daily wage of 200 or 300 yuan was barely enough to cover basic expenses given the high cost of living in Hangdian. Someone calculated that even with good luck and 20 days of filming a month, the income would hardly cover the initial investment, let alone the legendary 5,000 yuan a day salary. A more realistic problem is that the camera doesn't show any mercy based on age. If middle-aged or older actors don't perform well, they are replaced or have their scenes cut, with almost no room for maneuver. Directors want one-take perfection, and platforms want quick production. No one is willing to spend extra time on a newcomer. Many people come with enthusiasm, only to quickly lose confidence after repeated rejections. This has led to reflection within the industry. The explosion of short dramas has indeed given countless ordinary people a window to get closer to film and television, but when training is overly commercialized and dreams are packaged as standardized products, the risks are quietly transferred to the most vulnerable groups. For retirees, this is not only a financial investment but also a multifaceted test of physical strength, energy, and psychological resilience. Looking at the paths of Liu Xiaoxu and Guo Yuxin, they appear all the more precious. Their meeting at the top was not a leap to the top by riding the industry's boom, but rather a test of trust earned through consistent professionalism during high-density filming and repeated polishing. Precisely because of this, their success cannot be easily replicated, nor should it be used as a work-in-the-box template. The short drama industry is accelerating, but acceleration does not mean that structural problems can be ignored. The gap in middle-aged and elderly actors should not be filled by playing younger roles or crash courses, but should return to long-term talent development and a reasonable division of labor. Otherwise, when the craze subsides, what remains may not be prosperity, but a landscape of overdrawn dreams. Perhaps what truly deserves to be remembered is not just the tears on the award stage, but whether, in this frenzied race, the industry can slow down and leave a less steep path for actors of different ages and stages. A more realistic barrier lies in the industry's entry requirements. Even after completing training, to actually enter a film crew, one first needs to obtain an actor's certificate from Hengdian. However, through official channels, ordinary extras generally require applicants to be under 45 years old, with a daily wage of only around 100 yuan. The competition for special guest actor roles, 400-600 yuan per day, suitable for older actors, is fierce. A veteran producer bluntly stated, "Amateurs with no experience simply cannot get special guest roles. They definitely need to have training, otherwise the production crew cannot afford the time cost." Behind the booming short drama market, production companies have a sober consideration of cost and efficiency. A veteran producer who has worked on several mainstream platform short dramas pointed out, Hengdian urgently recruiting middle-aged and elderly actors with high salaries? This is likely a false premise. His view reveals another side of the industry. Technically speaking, through makeup and styling techniques, it is completely not a problem for middle-aged and 40-year-old actors to play roles of people in their 60s and 70s. The effects is very good. Therefore, many production companies have a very pragmatic casting strategy. If the script has suitable middle-aged and elderly roles, they prioritize having middle-aged and young actors perform the roles through makeup. The core reasons lie in profitability and efficiency. The cost and uncertainty of training elderly amateurs with no acting experience are high. Even with short-term training, their professionalism and consistency cannot compare to those of formally trained or experienced actors. Production teams prefer to pay higher salaries to professional middle-aged actors who can immediately adapt and ensure filming progress, rather than risk using newcomers. Thus, the market presents a divided picture. On one hand, the market value of professional middle-aged actors is soaring, with film offers pouring in. On the other hand, marketing targeting amateur seniors' acting dreams is rampant, monetizing training fees. Those 20-year-old sisters or 20-year-old Xinjiang students promoted as success stories by training institutions, upon closer examination, reveal that they already possessed rich stage performance or physical training foundations before enrolling. Their success is not a miracle of zero foundation, rapid learning. While Liu Xiaoxu and Guo Yuxin received applause at the award ceremony, symbolizing the success of high-quality short dramas, the cries of fathers struggling to find their place on the Hengdian film set and the sweat of the elderly in training institutions paint another picture of the industry's frenzied growth. Has this short drama extravaganza, driven by traffic and capital, truly opened new career windows for actors of all ages, or has it merely created an expensive dream bubble targeting a specific group? Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.